Well, that whistling sound means it's time to plant onions. I know it may sound crazy, but we're planting onions today. And I saw the Rustic Gardener channel. I was watching him a couple weeks ago, and he talked about pouring hot water in your seed starting mix to kill any gnat eggs that may be in there. And I have had a problem with gnats in the past. Not all the time, but sometimes. And I thought, well, if I'm bringing them in, then I might as well do that. So we're going to be planting onions today. And I have here the Texas early white onions from Hoss, and then I have the Sweet Harvest onions also from Hoss. And I'm going to be using my new Hoss seed tray. I know it sounds like a Hoss tool commercial, but it's not. I've never planted anything in the 162 cell tray, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm planting a lot of onions this year, so I'm going to need a lot of seeds. Anyways, you got to start with a seeding mix. Sometimes, and I've tried this in the past, I've used potting soil or garden soil, and it's always got big thick chunks in it. But when you use a seed starting mix, it's like powder. It's a lot of peat moss and just vermiculite. So dump that in there. This is 12 quarts, and I don't know how much it will take to fill up these trays. I do have another bag if I need it. I don't think I will need it. Alright, to that I'm going to pour this boiling hot water. Man, that is hot. It's too hot to handle. I need to add just a little bit more water to get that the way I want it. It's moist, but I want it a little wetter than that. So I'm just going to let that heat sit there and kill whatever bugs, larvae, eggs, sterilize that soil. I've seen people put it in the oven before, and I guess you could do that, but I'm going to see if the hot water method helps, and I don't know why it wouldn't. Let me add just a little bit more water, not maybe a cup. Yeah, I meant to call you yesterday, Brian, and I just forgot about it. I had it on my head that I was going to call you and tell you what Derek had told me. I think we've about got this right. It's still warm. I talked to him for about 25 minutes. This is still hot. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I'm squeezing, a little bit of water's coming out. Alright. I've got the 162 cell tray, great big, and then I bought the pan that it goes in so I catch all the water. Now, I just need to start working it in to all those cells. I'm going to call that good. I don't really want to pack the dirt in there, but I do think I've got, by tapping it down, I think I have enough dirt in there. I can see the lines in between each individual cell. It's time to plant, and I'm going to start over here on this side with the Sweet Harvest onions. And these are a treated seed. That means they have probably an inoculant or something on them. But you look at them, they're blue. And it says there is 250 seeds in here. Yeah, probably. What I'm going to do, they have a germination rating of 88%. That's pretty good. What I'm going to do is try to put 2 in each tray, or in each cell. And when I run out, I'm going to get to the middle. Tell you what, let me go ahead and figure this out. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 9. All right. Plant markers. I think that's what they're called. Yeah, plant labels. Okay, I'm going to start right here. From here over, I'm going to do Texas Whites. From here over, I'm going to do Sweet Harvest. Those are 10 of those for $1 at the Dollar Tree. So I just get a couple, put them in my hand. I'll try to put them on different sides of the cell. That way if they both come up, one of them's a little weak, one of them's a little strong, maybe maybe one of them don't come up. You know, if they both come up, you can always pull them apart and plant two. Onions separate pretty good. You know, you buy them in bunches, so it's real hard just to get two in there. Sometimes they hit the dirt and bounce over into the cell beside them, but like I said, not the end of the world. All of them have two. Some of them have two or more. So I'm going to take what I got and just drop them right back in here. Alright, now, Sweet Harvest on this side. Texas Whites on this side. I really wanted some red onions, but they were sold out of the red onions that I was wanting at the time, so I just got whites and yellows. Okay, with 162 sales, I should have 81 sales with Sweet Harvest and 81 sales with Texas White. And I should have at least one come up in every sale, because I put two, sometimes more seeds in every sale, and I can divide those out. So I'm thinking theoretically I'll probably end up with about 100 of each that I want to use. Anything I don't want to use, I'll just plant them in a cluster and eat them like spring onions. The bulbs won't get big, but you'll still grow the tops, and you can just pull and eat on those until your regular onions are ready. Alright, now let's talk about, we've got the seeds all sitting on the top, and I can see the blue treated Sweet Harvest and the untreated black is a lot more subdued of the Texas White, the black seeds. Let's get some water and spray the top of this and settle those seeds in, and then we'll sift some dirt over it. Okay, as you can see the little blue ones, see there's one and there's one, there's one and there's a couple. You can see the blue really stands out. Get over here where they're not coated. You can see them if the sun's shining on them right, but they're not nearly as spotted, as visible as the blue ones are that are treated. Now, if you're growing these indoors like I am, a good old spray bottle probably do you better than a big wand. You're going to get everything wet, so see how when that hits, it just settles the top. Everything kind of goes, the seed goes in it just like a rain beating down on it. That's giving us some extra moisture right on the top where we want it, but we know that everything's wet all the way through because we started out with moist soil. Alright, you get the idea. I'm going to wet the rest of these down. I'll bring you back. Alright, I got my moist soil back. Now, I'm just going to sprinkle real lightly over the top of that. Now, I don't want to be in here moving seed from cell to cell. We're real light. These are supposed to be done 1/4 of an inch deep. We're not adding 1/4 inch of soil. We're just adding enough to get them covered up a little bit. Just putting a sheet over them. Real light. Everything's loose. Everything's soft. No hard clods going down right on top of them. They should have no problem sprouting right through this. As I'm looking up close, I'm not seeing any seeds showing. Everything looks like it's got a light layer of dirt on it. If there is a seed showing, by me patting it down, I'm just pressing it in where it's making soil contact. I'm just moistening this up because I added dirt, or we added some seed start mix that's a little bit drier than what we just put it on. And so by wetting it up, this will keep from sponging some of that moisture up. Okay, I'm going to set that on a shelf and let it germinate. As soon as I start seeing onions pop up, I'll turn my grow lights on and I'll let them run for the first 3 days, the first 72 hours straight. Then after that, we'll go on a timer where I turn the light on during the day, turn it off at night, and give them a break. But the first couple of days, it'll just help get everything pointed up in the right direction. So thanks for watching me plant onions today. I really appreciate you tuning in. I'll give you an update as to how well they germinate, how good of a job I did as planting them. I know Haas has really good seeds, so if there's something wrong with it, it's probably something the preacher did. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you're getting your seeds ready because we'll be putting them in the ground before you know it. See you on the next video.